Hi, Fools. I'm Taylor Muckerman, joined today by Blue Phoenix's John Licata, and we're talking about hydrogen in the form of use in the form of transportation. It's been talked about quite a bit in the past, and John actually talked about it with us earlier on in December. And now a company that he mentioned in that same discussion is up nearly 500% since then. John, what gives with this company, and why is it doing so well over the past month and a half?
Well, Taylor, Plug Power is really still getting the euphoria post an end of the year call with management that really just was probably one of the most optimistic calls that I've been on in quite some time. I pointed that out when we first started bringing it to investors' attention in early December. This is a great company. I mean, look, their hydrogen technology is starting to get wider applications. But since that piece that we put together, the stock is up nearly 500%. So I thought it was worth revisiting because I thought a lot of the move really has been a lot of short covering post that earnings call, but really because there's been a lot of anticipation of them coming up with an alliance with Federal Express. Now, quite honestly, Taylor, this is something that they actually were alluding to back in early December, so this was not out of left field. So to see the stock continue its upside momentum is a bit shocking to me. I still love the company. I think that hydrogen has a lot of promising possibilities related to transportation. I would be even more enthusiastic if the hydrogen was actually derived from renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind, to actually produce that electricity versus extracting it from natural gas as a leftover byproduct, being CO2, which is actually harmful. So until we're actually seeing more, positives come out of hydrogen coming out of natural gas, then I actually think that this is an opportunity for investors to lighten their exposure to the long. Quite honestly, 500% in any market is quite extraordinary. If you consider that this happened in less than 1 month, I just think it's more reason to be a little cautious of valuation as we are right now.
Yeah, I think you're wise to encourage investors to maybe play with a little bit of house money in this stock if you got even a portion of that 500% move. But I talked to Kinder Morgan's chief operating officer earlier in 2013, and they spoke very highly about their opportunities in the hydrogen storage business. So it could certainly be an area of interest moving forward, and Plug Power, being a competitor in this space, really has a lot of room to run. And it seems like FedEx is really taking advantage of alternative modes of transportation with natural gas and now hydrogen.
They're not the only ones either.
Yep.
You know what, Taylor? They're not the only ones either. Just earlier this week we heard Toyota, start to talk about hydrogen vehicles possibly by 2050.
Yep, that's right.
So it's certainly a hot topic. But again, near 500% move in less than a month, I just think that it's probably prudent to lighten the load.
Yeah, no kidding, especially being value investors here at the Motley Fool. You see that price shoot up like that, and you get a little antsy. I would recommend maybe pulling a little bit off the shelves as well. So, John, thank you again for bringing this topic to my attention earlier on in December. Not really too into this company up until that discussion, but boy, I've seen a lot of news from it now and encouraging to continue this trend moving forward. So, John, thanks for tuning in with us. And Fools, be sure to check out more on Plug Power and the hydrogen movement on Fool.com.